first, let me start by telling you how I ended up agreeing to move to Chicago.
This feels like a new thing. Holy Spirit moving. With you, there's no losing hope on my mind.
So today is December 29th, and I'll leave for Chicago in 6 days. I have nothing packed, but I have just about everything that I feel like I need. The room is clean so that all I have to do is pack, pack and load stuff up. Not sure exactly how I feel um, because I'm kind of sleep deprived. I've actually been um, operating off of matcha and driving Uber overnight, like 12 hours, the full 12 hours, just so I can have a little cushion. Um, yeah, so that's where we are right now. I'm trying to document this week as best I can. So after a week of working 12-hour shifts and getting 5 to 6 hours of sleep, this is where I'm at. Um, I'm excited about this next phase of life, but at the moment I'm tired. So it probably don't look like that on my face, but I'm actually really excited, really excited. Not about the winter, just about what I prayed for actually starting to come to fruition. And let me tell you, baby, what I'm walking into right now is nothing that I could have saw for myself. This comes from me praying and asking to be led, asking to be pointed in the right direction, and praying for awareness of when I'm being communicated to spiritually to move in a certain direction. Also praying that I don't question it and I just operate no matter what it looks like. Because you're not always going to understand God's plan when the plan is being told to you. So I've completely given up my ideas of what I want for myself. I've given everything to God, and this is what it looks like. Well, thought I was gonna get to it today. I drove for probably 3 hours and I felt my body crashing, so I just went ahead and came back to the house. Um, it is like 11:30, I think, 11:30 ish. I started driving around 7. Yeah, I started driving around 7. Um, Listening to my body for sure. Just made me some tea. I put my comforter in the dryer. I'm about to sip on this tea while my comforter is warming up. It's like 32 degrees in Dallas right now. So, yeah, I'm gonna rock out in the sheets. It's definitely about to go down. I haven't had more than like 5 or 6 hours of sleep in about a week and a half. Well, not collectively, like daily. Which, if I wasn't driving like 12 to 15 hours a day, I think that I would be okay. But since I'm sleeping for 5 or 6 hours and then sitting for like 12 to 15 hours, I think that my body is that consistent being essentially idle. My brain is not idle because I'm functioning, but my body is idle. So I think that that is part of the reason why I'm feeling so drained, because I'm getting older. My body is like doing new things, but I know that prior to this past year, prior to this past year, I can go a few months off of 4 hours of sleep every day and be good. But I was also up moving around, hand making products. I wasn't just sitting still. My productivity didn't involve me sitting still for an extended period of time. So I think that that has a lot to do with it. Just getting up and actually consistently moving around for an extended period of time. But got one more week of this. One more week of this, and then my plan is to get to Chicago a week to maybe 3 or 4 days prior to my start date. So once I get to Chicago, I'm probably gonna sleep that whole day. So I leave for Chicago in 3 days, which is so wild to me. And this ain't necessary, but I guess it kind of is. My background is a mess because I don't have anything packed. I am still waiting on suitcases to come in from Amazon, which I would have had my stuff packed, but the the plans in which I got there have changed. So we are just, pivoting. So I ordered suitcases yesterday. They'll be here today, and I'm just gonna fly and come back and get the rest of my stuff. Luckily, my family is cool with that. My family is cool with me just getting out there and getting started on what I'm going for. And let me turn it down so I don't get it. Hopefully this ain't copyrightable. But if it is, well, no issues. Anyways, so yeah, nothing is packed, but as you see, I have a table back there full of stuff. The end of my bed full of stuff. I still have thermalware that needs to be washed. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. The closer it gets to the day that I leave, I kind of get a little bit more sad. Not sad for this new adventure, but sad because I'm so used to being in driving distance to my family. Even so, I've born and raised in Dallas, but I never lived out of state. I have lived outside of Dallas. I've never lived out of state. So, yeah. So now, on this beautiful Sunday morning, I'm really just glossed up for no reason. Shout out to my girl Mariah. So last night I had a farewell dinner because the plan was for me to leave today when I sent the invite out. The plan was for me to leave today. But last night I had a farewell dinner with some of my closest friends and my family, my immediate family, which was so beautiful. And it's nothing like having a support system. Like, no matter what it looks like, having genuine people that genuinely want to see you do good in life. And especially, I have friends from, like, last night was so beautiful because I was just surrounded by people that I love and that genuinely love me. And once you get a certain age, I think you have a better understanding of who really loves you and who just say they love you. Because it don't really have to be told when you feel it. So here I am at 7:30 in the morning, glossed up for no reason, because my friend gave me this farewell gift of like girly stuff. And I've got like some Fenty products in here. Y'all, I've been eyeballing this on TikTok for a while, but I finally got it thanks to her. And this, like, I don't know if you can see this. This is, I just tried it out because I've been into like lip combos lately, and on camera it looks good. In person it don't, but it do on camera. So I'm literally at 7:30 in the morning, still bonded it up in my loungewear, no bra, finna eat some sushi, which I probably shouldn't be, but when you bring good sushi home, the next morning, that's the only thing that's on my mind is how good the sushi was. I wasn't able to finish last night, so I'm gonna finish it today. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. But so excited about this move. Extremely nervous. More so nervous about the fact that, oh, let me tell y'all, this is the most ghettoest stuff ever. So I have been doing. Let me start by telling you how I ended up agreeing to move to Chicago. I had been looking for a job for a long time and couldn't find one. Started applying out of state. Chicago was the first people to hire me, so we going to Chicago. Boom. Anyways, planned on driving to Chicago because I've been doing rideshare, and I'm like, oh, I can knock that drive out in 2 days. I really could do it in one day, but I'm gonna say 2 days just to take my time and pace myself. Well, I got T-boned. Somebody ran a red light the day before Thanksgiving, and now can't drive my car, which is still drivable. So it's still drivable. I just cannot open my driver door, and I don't feel comfortable driving more. Well, not being local without being able to get out my driver door. And because it happened the day before Thanksgiving, I called around to. Well, I'm not gonna say I called around. I don't really. I have an Infinity, and I don't believe in just letting anybody work on your car. Learned that at a very early age, and I'm glad that I did. So we just gonna have the insurance to pay what it costs to get it appropriately fixed. And I called the Infinity dealer out here, and they weren't going to be able to get it in until February. We're not doing that. So I'm just gonna leave it here and fly out there, come back in a few weeks or whatever, and hopefully I can coordinate getting it repaired over the phone so that I don't have to be there. If not, we'll figure it out, when the time comes. In the meantime, I think what I'm most nervous about is public transportation. Although I've been told that Chicago's public transportation system is like superb, I am probably going to be Ubering from the train station to my dwelling when I get off of work because I don't trust walking at night by myself, which I don't think any woman should. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna thug it out. I think I'll be good on public transportation. Something I've done before. It's not new to me. And we just gonna thug it out on public transportation. You can get like a monthly pass for $75 for the month, so we saving some money too. Yes, and everything is so close and walkable that even if I go get some groceries, I'm hoping it won't cost me more than like $5 to $10 to get back to where I'm gonna be laying my head at. And the Kroger is literally a mile and a half away from where I'll be at for the next few months. There's a Whole Foods that's in walking distance. Like everything is so walkable. So I'm so excited to really experience this in real time. But the taxes in Illinois is something that I do not plan on committing to for an extended period of time. And the winter. We're thugging it out for the reason and the season. But yeah, Illinois will not be home. It's just a temporary. Let's just consider it me going off to college for a few years. That's what we're doing. But yeah, let me get into this sushi. And hopefully I'm consistent enough to show you over the next few days what it looks like me getting ready for this move, girl. So I leave in About 72 hours. It's Monday, like 1:30 in the morning, Tuesday, Wednesday. So no, not even 72 hours. I say maybe about 60 hours. Yeah, 50 something. Who's counting? But I just now got my luggage in today. Well, yesterday. Less than 24 hours ago. We'll be talking about hours. So let's unbox this luggage. I did it with limited space, if you can see. And I left one of the, I've been breaking down all of my boxes, but I did leave one, luckily, because since the change, I mean the method of getting there changed to flying, I'm probably going to be shipping some things out. So I'm glad I saved that box. Isn't it cute? Isn't it cute and like chic? I love cute, chic, dainty. Let me tell you something. A friend of mine barbecued for me last night or yesterday, and I've been fighting migraines for the last few days, and I fought through it yesterday for the sake of the barbecue. I got home at like 9:30 ish. When I tell you I just came in, took off all my clothes, wrapped my hair up, and hopped my butt in the bed, I don't think I was in the bed for 5 minutes before I went to sleep. I woke up, I slept so hard. I really felt like I really felt like I slept for a cool 10 hours. I went to sleep around 9:30, 9:40 ish. Ain't no way I woke up at 12:45 a.m. And I keep like these what do they call, like blackout shades behind the like the roll open shades. So I'm looking to try to check for sunlight because it's got to be 12:45 in the afternoon. No, 12:45 in the morning. Ain't no way you was dog tired and you just slept for like 3 to 4 hours. Huh? I don't even think it was 4 hours, but I guess my body said that's all I need, so we're up. I think I'm going to. I don't feel like packing. Probably gonna hop on Uber. Yeah, it's gonna make some money. So I have absolutely given Amazon a cool $1,000. I know it's been a cool wow, just for the move alone. More so like winter wear, which from what I've never been to Chicago. I've never experienced a real winter. I'm from Dallas, Texas. Triple D that. The only other place I've lived outside of Dallas is Houston. H-Town, stay down. You feel me? So I don't think that I've ever experienced a real winter. We've gotten down to like, 16, 19 degrees outside. But from what I've heard about Chicago is that they have the world's most brutal winter. Like at least one day out of the world, Chicago is probably the coldest place in the world. And I've had people tell me like, please brace your stuff for the winter because if you're not, you can potentially end up with like hypothermia. We're not doing none of that. I don't even know. I've never seen a human being with hypothermia. I don't know nothing about that. So we're not going to do that. I just I didn't want to spend the money at all because it would be absolutely wonderful to have that $1,000 in my pocket when I touch down. But what we not finna do is get out there and it be so cold that I can't even work. That's not what we finna do. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and spent the money. The good thing is I got the job offer December 1st. So my family was nice enough to tell me to create an Amazon wish list for what I needed. And my family helped me with a lot of what I needed for Christmas. But what I did do was, if you ever created an Amazon wish list, you can see not who's bought what, but you can see that people have purchased things off of your list. So 3 days before Christmas, I went and seen what had been purchased. At 3 days, I know ain't nobody buying nothing else. Went to see what had been purchased, and I purchased everything else that I absolutely needed off of that list. And then I that first order was at least $500. So, and I've been ordering stuff almost every day since then. We're gonna do the math. Yeah, we gonna do the math on this. But $1,000 just on like mostly like winter stuff alone. Now I did do one impulsive purchase, which I'm really trying to get out of that. I did one impulsive purchase, but I still feel like it was worth it. I just may have overdone it, but I ordered like 2 or 3 packs of like what are they called? No, glasses that protect your eyes from like the blue light. If you don't know, blue light from the electronics is not very good for you. So when it I ordered, because I ain't going nowhere. I ordered some blue light protective glasses, which I could have ordered 1 pair, but I'm a girl, so why not get like 12 pair in different colors? Yeah, so that was the one impulsive purchase that I made, but I needed them, right? Alright, so something else I would love to be transparent about, and the reason why I'm flying and not driving is because of this. Hold on, let me put this down without it rolling. And forgive all the boxes. We just functioning over here. But yeah. The day before Thanksgiving, somebody ran a light, hit me on my driver's side, and I could not open my door. So this is why I'm not immediately bringing my car to Chicago. But nobody ever shows these parts of reality. People are often ashamed of, I don't know, ashamed, embarrassed. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna thank God. Hold on. Let me put y'all in this thing. I'm going to thank God for the fact that I'm alive. I wasn't physically hurt. And although I gotta climb through my passenger side to Lord Jesus to get inside my car, it still drives. There's nothing wrong with the engine. And I can still make money with it in the meantime. Now, no, I'm not going to drive it to Chicago like this. That's not happening. I don't feel like it's safe for me to drive long distances without being able to, get out my driver's side door if, in the event of an emergency. So we just not gonna do that at all. I'm gonna leave it here. Since it happened around the holidays, I don't want to send my car to like a little mom and pop shop. No shade on the mom and pop shops, because I know y'all have to do what you gotta do to build your let me turn this air off so that don't affect anything. But I know that mom and pop shops have to start as mom and pop shops before they ever become like these big, whatever, to get it out the mud. But I've just had too many bad experiences with small repair shops like that, and I have a semi-luxury vehicle, so I'm gonna just send it back to the Infiniti dealership. That way, if there's any other issues, because while I have been, at first I didn't drive it for like 2 weeks after the accident, but sitting down for 2 weeks as an entrepreneur with no income coming in, I couldn't do that. So, especially not knowing that I was getting ready to move to Illinois. So I'm like, let me go ahead and bite the bullet, get out, hop on Uber, make sure I at least have what I need to get out there to pay my bills up, so I don't have to worry about them for at least a month, maybe 2, which I have my bills paid up for 2 months right now, so that's good. And so that I can have like a little cushion for if I want to explore or whatever you want to do in a new city. So we thugging it out until I leave, and I'm going to, which I shouldn't, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna have to go get me some donuts. We finna get some donuts. I probably should have drank the last little sip of my matcha, but I don't want to be super awake. I don't really like doing Uber during the day because thank you. I don't like doing Uber during the day because me not being able to get out of my driver's side quickly is also a safety hazard. So I don't want anybody to report me and I get completely kicked off of Uber and I'm not able to use it as, a little safety net in the future. So I do drive when the sun is not up predominantly, and thankfully Uber has added a lot of safety features to make me feel a little bit better about driving overnight, because I got carjacked in 2024 driving overnight. So I just thank God that he's been protecting me during this time, and I'm completely in 100,000 million trillion billion zillion % absolutely operating off of faith right now. Everything is operating in faith. Like, that's it and that's all. But I'm gonna holler at you when I get to this donut shop. Oh shit, I ain't going to no donut shop. It's 4:15. They're not even open. Well, I guess I didn't need them. So let me go ahead and hop on this Uberden, and I will holler at y'all on the flippity. Just had my first passenger child, and the lady got in the car coughing immediately. So I'm like, that's my song. So I'm like, ma'am, do you need some water? And she's like, no, I'm okay. I just got a little cold. I'm getting over it. What the entire F word? What? You got a cold, you're getting over, and you out moving around? But I picked her up from a warehouse at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I took her to to not even a Super 8. I took it to like a Super 7, which it's like, them are like them $40 a night hotels. So if she's staying in a hotel, I know she probably cannot afford to take off of work. So one, I'm really just saying this to be mindful that flu season is on and popping at the moment. Make sure you are washing your hands. If you got it in you, go throw the mask back on. If you can't afford to get anybody else sick, or if you can't afford to be sick yourself. Also, disinfect your packages when they come in the mail. Your Amazon packages, anything that's being shipped to you, please disinfect it when you get it into your house before you really just like put your hands all on it, because these people are going to work with the flu and the cold and all the things. So ain't no telling who done touched your stuff and what kind of viruses and bacteria is on it. Disinfect your packages when you get them, as well as protect yourself when you're going out and moving around, because a lot of people cannot afford to be sick and take off of work.